What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. We're about to jump in old Dream Diesel giveaway number 28 because we're picking up an old friend that we haven't seen for a little while. Oh my God, this thing is so sick. I absolutely love this truck. Now look, as you well know by now, all the entries are now in the hands of Compliance Sweepstakes Services, the third-party sweepstakes administrator that we've been using ever since the Ultimate Enthusiast giveaways. Yes, I just went there. Over 5 years ago, we gave away the UEG #1, which was a GoPro and a MacBook Pro to get people started in YouTube. We've since evolved with that same agency to now give away trucks like these and cash that I don't have, but you know the drill. We expect to hear back from them with a winner between the 23rd and the 29th of November. And be on the lookout because Dream Diesel Giveaway 29 actually launches this coming Thursday. Yes, I said that correctly. We actually have a very short window between giveaways, ultimately because we wanted to wrap up the year super freaking strong, but before the holidays, that way everyone can enjoy some awesome time off with their friends, family, and loved ones. And then that way we can open up 2023 with something extremely special. So guys, today, finally we are getting a truck back on the channel that's been missing for a little while, and I missed it so much. But it's been in extremely good hands over here at Next Level Motorworks. Do you guys know which truck I'm talking about? Holy Grail is back and I'm so excited about it. So we're actually leaving Dream Diesel Giveaway 28 down here with the guys because as they typically do with all the trucks, they're gonna go through it, they're gonna change the oil, they're gonna get it ready to rock and roll for what could be you if you're taking it home. Plus, I gotta get those new batteries installed as I promised you guys I would in the last video. Guys, I'm a man of my word and I always deliver on it. How about the new merch too, by the way, man? These Sherpa fleeces are so freaking warm. It's like 30 degrees out right now and it's only 4:15. The sun's already setting. I miss daylight savings time, but it is good for hunting. Let's talk about this absolutely beautiful craft of design and imagination in front of us that is the OBZ. What do you guys notice first and foremost? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Yes, the hood is back on. The guys had to make some adjustments to our battery box to get this to work. Don't mind the body line right now. This fender is pushed out a little bit because of how we affixed it to the radiator support brace, but there's a plan for that and we're gonna get to it eventually. Not today though. So we're picking this truck up today and we're gonna go on another, I'm gonna call it a maiden voyage. Literally every time I drive this truck, I feel like it's a maiden voyage because there's still so much to learn and so much to troubleshoot. First and foremost, I had the guys at Next Level Motorworks go through a ton of little details such as the window motors that were broken. They switched those for us. They also went in and added in factory style mounted but customized hard brake lines so we have the utmost stopping power because our braking solution was good but this one is better. Look at this. This is next level. Surprise, surprise. We are running the new Bluetooth Skylink drive shaft. It's very nice. It works super well. That's the reason this tire keeps going flat. I thought it was because this is the one that ended up eating a whole bunch of dirt when we lost steering that one time that I'm not really proud of, but at terms with. We also realized that Hartleb sold us an axle that was completely shot, and unfortunately we didn't learn this in 30 days, so they didn't take it back, but Tyler had another axle that was on the lot, so we ended up actually using that one, which is super cool, and he actually took the time, liberty, and attention to detail to polish the drive shaft, and that is one of many very beautiful polished accents that are going to be hitting this truck eventually. Now, it might seem like those things are pretty minor checks and balances, but there's so many of those minor adjustments when it is taking a foreign motor and putting it into a foreign chassis. Being that a lot of my time, I'm a full transparency kind of guy, has been spent building this new business, which is down at Loop Road, I've actually been falling back on the entourage of people that help to make what I do possible. We love to get involved and wrench and do all this stuff, but with the progress we had made on this build, I'm kind of getting a little bit impatient, and I really want to leave it up to the guys that will make it next level to take it to the next level without too many plugs or too many idioms, but you guys get my drift. I really want to button this thing up, make it as tight as possible, and then we can actually start planning what is going to be, I think, a SEMA build. I'm really liking the idea of actually having a truck out at SEMA. It'll be my 4th year going in 2023, and I feel like I need some vehicle presence there because as I've run into more than 3 dozen people at the last SEMA event in 2022, everyone asked me where the build was, Jack, and you know, it kind of made me realize that it's got to happen. All right, now the entire interior is still ripped apart in this thing, but I kind of need to leave it that way because I'm very driven to try try and connect that 7.3 gauge cluster to the LBZ, but it's not as simple as just connecting wires. It's gonna be more complicated than that, but it's a challenge and I've accepted it. We actually also went in and added these aluminum door handles because the plastic ones actually broke on the guys as they were working on the truck. It's no surprise, especially to those guys that know these old body styles. I have missed this thing though, jumping on up into my baby. The plushness of this red interior bench seat is something that just brings my childhood back every single time I sit down. Woo, let's do this, boys. Seatbelts first. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna actually load our gauges up on the CTS3. This is my primary instrument cluster in the truck right now because we have OBD2 through the DURTYMAX. And the cool thing is there's actually a speed sensor in the transmission that tells us roughly how fast we're going so we can keep track. This thing makes me smile so much. Oh my God, I love it. Woo, boy, listen to that Turbsky sing. It's fantastic. It's so crazy, guys, as I'm staring at an OBS interior. We're talking classic body style Ford with modern DURTYMAX sound and audible visceral experiences, man. It is the coolest feeling to drive this truck because it feels unlike anything anybody's ever experienced before. And plus this right here, this is so good. It's so comfortable. Ah, I love it. Once we button this thing up completely, I'm so looking forward to having little Jack in this truck. Granted, he's got to grow up some because he's only about 2.5 years old as of this video going live, but man, I feel like this truck right here is going to create a lot of really awesome memories. Listen to that sound. It's so good. So good. Oh, we got somebody blocking the diesel pump. What else is new? Oh my God, it is fantastic. Now, another thing that the guys ended up switching was the fill neck. Unfortunately, when we installed this thing, there was a small kink in the fill neck that we had bought from another place in the area and we didn't know. So when I went to fill it up, it actually all filled my shirt up. No joke, I didn't have the camera on. But it was hilarious. Now, seems like we got some good circulation, so let's find out. Moment of truth. So I think what we're dealing with here, guys, is a small venting issue. There's actually a vent on the top of the tank where the fuel sending unit is and all that other good stuff, and I just don't think that it's working. We tried to salvage it from the old front tank because we put aftermarket 19-gallon poly tank in this thing, poly plastic, and it seems like something ain't right because the fill neck now is fully operational and it is ran beautifully. Old trucks, more diagnosis. It's just part of the plan. Just gotta go a little bit. You gotta have a really nice gentle touch on this one. Can't even quite set it onto the first setting. We're so close though, so close. All right, that's where we're gonna put the cat in the bag 15 minutes later and 40 bucks later for 6.4 gallons. Oh, look at DURTYMAX. Oh, look at DURTYMAX. Except one is very much unlike the other. Guys, this moment right here is so serendipitous because I sit here looking at something that I had imagined doing for a very long time and I finally just decided to pull the trigger on it, not really with the most automotive knowledge. Y'all might be a little bit mistaken in the fact that no, I'm not a certified mechanic and I kind of just jump into things with the pursuit of passion in mind and I figure it out. Now I take a look at this view and I can't help but just be so grateful and so excited about the potential of where this truck is going to go. Nope, that's not the food I'm smelling. That right there is some good old-fashioned American diesel, my friends. And I'll be honest, an old body style Ford like that is even cooler when it smells the way that that one right there does. And I actually just kind of came to think of it, it was kind of a cool scene because I left in a white new Ford and I returned in a white old Ford DURTYMAX. The irony. Oh my God, I always get so wrapped up in the next thing that I almost forgot to film an outro. It's actually the next day now. We're headed up here. I gotta grab this toolkit And I gotta bring an array of things down the loop road because we just had a massive special delivery that we've been waiting on for almost 3 months now, which is gonna get us that much closer to opening day. Some assembly required, so I gotta figure out what tools are necessary to bring down there in order to do that from, honestly, this entire tool collection, which can sometimes be a little complicated. But I wanted to give you guys a quick view and perspective of the shop. We've got obviously the OBZ that's home, and it feels great to have it back. We are gonna be doing a lot of things to that here in the upcoming months. I've got some very exciting announcements that I've been working on behind the scenes with some trusted names and vendors that you guys are certainly familiar with. We've got the LBZ loaded up with a whole bunch of parts that are going off to get some beautification. And we've got a mini fab shop configured where we're dealing with some tube stock and making up some specific things for the future. Thank you guys as always for watching the channel, tuning in to support the love and being the internet family. I absolutely appreciate you guys tremendously. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And I look forward to seeing you guys this Thursday.